crazy people. Whoa. Rock and roll.
It's not very often you get to get the sun in your face first thing in the morning. Eh? It's been a while. A lot of things have been a while. It's like a zombie apocalypse right now because it's Saturday. Nobody is out. Perfect, because I got to drive through Calgary. We are going south. What's the exciting load, you might ask? New wave panels. Not the most exciting, no. We're going to a Vulcan. Not that I'm a Star Trekkie by any means, but there was a small period in my life where it was the only thing on at 3 o'clock in the morning when a guy should just go to sleep. Probably when I was like 16, 17, maybe somewhere in there. Had to make a gap in between that and something else I was on. So I was watching the old Star Treks. Captain's James T. Kirk, which was hilarious. Always. His acting was out there.
We've lost power. Mr. Spock, quickly, tricorder reading. Uhura, scanners.
So yeah, we got panel skids in yard number 2. We're gonna take those out to Vulcan, some strange area there, somewhere by Moseley, Vulcan. I don't know. Vulcan and Moseley are quite a jaunt farther apart than. But this is how dispatch works. And I'm like, yeah, it's by Vulcan and it's by Moseley. And I'm like, yeah, there's a small difference there, bro. So been on the chill side because it's springtime. Not a whole lot of work going on this time of the year. So, and right at the time when there's very little work, I'm also got broken shit. So I could have worked, but I couldn't because the truck was broken. That's how life pretty much treats me. It seems to be a constant battle between being able to work and working, which I worked fine all winter and stuff, you know. Like I did all summer and all winter. I was due for a break, so I don't know why I'm complaining. But now I got too much of a break because we had to do the tranny, right? So that I already explained that part. That just fell into bad time and took some time because we couldn't get it in right away. And maybe I would have been able to make it another day or two. Who knows? And then after that, I was blessed with the tractor trailer buttons were like pretty much punching into the dash because as your trucks get to be 10 plus years old, the plastic behind the dash, everything is fucked. It's brittle from all the heat. Plastic really loves heat. And then, and over the years it changed and shit. I don't know if it's because someone hulked up before and just smashed and broke. It's been repaired once or twice, so you can imagine what it looks like behind there. And it's getting repaired again. It seems to be pretty good. I'm scared to push on it, you know. So we got that repaired. Oh, I got my AC recharged. Oh, you're gonna want to suck me off when you see how clean it is inside, because after they were inside there mucking around for 2 days, the mechanic was going to give it a quick vacuum out. I'm like, no, don't worry, I'm going to clean it. I brought my vacuum because I bought my own little tiny vacuum. Because every time I go to use the shop vacuum, A, all the attachments are missing. B, it's plumb full of fucking dirt. You can't even lift the thing. Then I'm just like, no. And it has no suction because someone leaves the filter in while they're doing wet vac. And then sucks up dirt after. So it's just like a concrete wall around the filter that just doesn't work. I needed one for at home too. I bought my wife one too. I'm like, here's a little tiny shop bag for you. You can keep your van clean. Never. Here's a little tiny shop bag for me so I can do my things. Because the number one thing that I hate is going to do something and I spend 10 minutes looking for an extension cord. I spend 20 minutes, well, another 5 minutes looking for the vacuum. And then I got to spend another 10 minutes cleaning it up because nobody else cleaned it up. It's got zero suction, so then I'm mad. It's got no attachment, so I can't get any of the nooks and crannies. Mad. Please be dry and able to pull out. Oh, that's enough anyway. Oh yeah. Yeah, when my winch is on or my amp is on, it makes static on the two-way. But I also put in speaker. That one hurts my ears. Gives it more of a bassy tone. Not such a little trebly, loud little speaker. Got a couple bites on my sick ESR rims that I had on my Hyundai. Hopefully I get rid of those. Had a guy, but he flaked off. He's like, yeah, I gotta save money. And then it's been like a couple months and never got back to me. I texted him the other day. I'm like, how's it going over there in the money department? You got any money saved up for these rims yet? Should have known better. So yeah, back on marketplace. Had it pending, but not anymore. Had another guy hit me up. So hopefully I can get rid of those, and I don't want to, but I should probably put that money towards doing the timing belt on my car. Which sucks, because that was gonna be money for mods, for other things. Remind me to adjust those dogs out a little bit too. You hear that? It's not all the time, but it seems to be pretty regular. Put on a new glad hand because I fucked that one up. When I dropped my trailer that time, that stuff I brought back from BC. Oh, maybe it's this one that's fucked. Could be a possibility too. How about you put the blue on the blue? It'll work better. Red to red. That might help. It's a little chilly out. It might be too cold for shorts. Fucked up. I didn't notice that the other day, but I'll clean the floor. Did some dusting, you know? I don't think I put on my brakes. And I'm releasing the trailer brakes. Shit might roll a little bit. Nice. Big puddle. Topped up my winch. Leaking on the far side. Like in between here. Well, you can see how much jizz is there. So it's been leaking. So we topped it up yesterday. And where I park, it's on an angle a little bit to the passenger side. So it made a huge mess. Not a huge mess, but it left a pretty big puddle. Insert picture. Woo! So, C-ring panels. When you put these all together and you make a nice big pool, now the downfall of them is they put them around by the calves and stuff, so they're always just chock full of beautiful dirt all over the place. And of course with my trailer I gotta put the rolls up, load them because they get caught in the rail track. Right there, because that sticks up. Also, yeah, going both ways, so. But of course you're not unloading without the rolls up anyways. Rule number one is always have them nice and close. I'll have to clean out some dirt, obviously, because that is not frozen anymore. It's just gonna fall out going down the highway. Always want them nice and close. That is about as good as it's gonna get. And I will double check the height of where I got it there, but I think usually we're pretty good. We want to be able to be under 5'2". Better chance staying there out of the wind.